Alright, welcome to this episode of my playthrough of Armored Core 4 Answer. If you're seeing this video, you have chosen the Collard path, which means that you're going to side with the League of Ruling Companies in their upcoming conflict, with the Orca group. So you're pursuing paths A, B, and C. So let's see where that leads us. Alright, let's get going. So, with following the Orca path, we are going to do the attack on B7 as our... Sorry, with the Collard path, we're going to do the attack on B7 as our next mission.
Okay, here's the mission. The client is Omer Science Technology. The objective is to destroy the defenses at TORUS Corporation's B7 deep mining facility. The main enemy force consists of normals and autonomous drones. Depending on how many of them there are, they should be no problem for a next. The automated defense systems will try to close the external barricades. You have permission from the client to destroy them. This shouldn't damage the facility itself. Briefing over. This is an excellent opportunity for you to strengthen ties with Omer Science Technology. Not a bad deal, right?
So this is the kind of mission you see a fair amount in this game is, hey, go to this other company's place and wreck shit. Let's get going.
Commence mission. Eliminate all enemy defense units.
An unidentified craft has infiltrated the facility. It is believed to be an enemy next. All units assume battle-ready formation.
So yeah, normals, they're older generation armored cores. So according to my radar, there's 2 more enemies in the next room. And I see a bunch of enemies up ahead.
Confirm. Half the targets have been destroyed.
Guard med control switching to A10.
Here comes some more. Usually what I try to do when I've got 2 Motor Cobras like I do right now is I try to alternate between one and the other so that way I can maintain a steady stream of firepower and I don't get stuck with both Motor Cobras reloading at the same time. I'm just going to destroy this with my rail cannon. No sense wasting Motor Cobra ammo. So it looks like a juncture point. This kind of looks like a dead-end warehouse room. Again, look at like this staircase and let it give you an idea of the scale of how big these things are. It's great. I love it.
Only a few enemy targets remaining.
Normal units en route from HQ.
Of course they are. Now the question is am I going to have to make my way out of here too?
Reinforcements inbound, coming in from above.
We got another warehouse room with some damage caused by their weapons. Now we head back the way we came because those reinforcements are coming in from above, as mentioned. I can see on the radar they are coming down the shaft.
Confirmed, all targets destroyed. Mission complete.
Like shooting fish in a barrel there. So an A rank there. And the next mission we're going to do is to clear former Chinese Shanghai.
Here is your mission. The client is Omer Science Technology. Your objective is to destroy the fleet currently docked in the port of former Chinese Shanghai. The fleet is a combination of GA America and BFF forces, and includes a number of special edition normals. However, we don't believe these weapons would give you much trouble. The client wants you to coordinate with support units. Battlefield strategy is up to you, of course, but there's no need to be a hero. That is all. This is a rare chance to improve your relationship with Omer Science Technology. Not a bad deal, don't you think?
As you may have guessed, the representative for Omer who hires you is a little bit full of himself. It's also interesting to note that all the companies are based in certain locations. Like, Omer is described as West Asian, With this, From Software is a Japanese company, so terms like West Asian, while not really common in the Western world like North America, would refer to things like the Middle East, to a company based in Japan. Interior Union is based in Europe. GA America, which stands for Global Armaments America, is based in America. Go figure. All right, let's clear former Chinese Shanghai. Stasis is piloted by Otstarva, supported by Omer. Undoubtedly Collard's most powerful next, but he takes 60% of your paycheck. No thanks. Transcend is piloted by Empio, supported by Rosenthal, which I believe is supported by the Interior Union, or Omer, one or the other. One Lynx who has quickly risen in rank. His eagerness can lead to impatience, so be careful that he takes 40%. Savage Beast is being piloted by Canis, independent mercenary. He tends to talk big and is not very popular, however his next is actually quite powerful. Takes 35%. Nope.
Commence mission. Eradicate the enemy fleet and enemy arms fort. Special Edition Normal detected. It's equipped with a frontal shield. Don't waste ordnance on that shield. Maneuver behind it and strike the rear hull.
And as you can see, the reason it's former Chinese Shanghai, aside from the fact that governments don't exist anymore, is the fact that it's flooded. It's water now. I find scatter missiles to be very good at taking care of these destroyers / battleships, whichever they are.
Confirmed. Half the targets have been destroyed.
There's a gigabase. Which means I want to avoid its main cannon.
Only a few targets remaining. Arms Fort Gigabase identified. It may be a relic, but it's still an arms fort. Don't underestimate it.
That thing. I want to avoid that.
Targets destroyed. Mission complete.
Didn't realize that I'd run out of missiles for a bit there, so I was still trying to fire the scatter missile and wondering why it wasn't firing. That would explain it. Rank S on that one. That's great. And the next mission we're going to do is take back Cradle 21.
This is the mission. During trial operations, Cradle 2-1 was occupied by the Liliana Insurgents. They are an extremist anti-establishment group, more radical even than Ninarch. They are committed to violence for its own sake, and little else. You have been given special clearance to enter Cradle airspace. We want you to seek out the enemy and destroy them. Remember to limit the damage to Cradle 2-1 as much as possible. We're offering significant bonuses if you can keep the damage to a minimum. This should be no problem for a top lynx like yourself. We look forward to your reply.
So you remember from the intro video how the Lynx were basically resigned down to the ground on the Earth because the rest of humanity had gone up into the cradles up in the sky to escape the pollution caused by Kojima particles. We're being allowed to go up into the sky with the cradles and in order to try and rescue one. Let's go.
Commence mission. Retake Cradle 2-1 and eliminate the Liliana Insurgents. They're extremists, but they can only deploy normals. No match for a Next. You should have little problem taking them out.
So this gives you an idea of how big the cradles are. Also, the fact that I have unlimited energy is going to allow me to present something really cool for you. So you remember how I was talking about the assault cells that were up in the high atmosphere / low orbit? If you go high enough up...
An attack? It came from outside Cradle airspace. What in the world is that? The sky. The sky is filled with drones. Don't get too close. Get out of there. Evasive maneuvers. They're attacking indiscriminately.
That would be the assault cells. I've lost my bearings. There's the cradle.
Nothing more than a wildcat without fangs.
These guys are hard to track. I got one. There we go. I'm making heavy use of my radar here.
Show them. Victory rewards the ready. Damn! Let's just do it!
My radar says there should be one more hereabouts. Where are you? I'm here. Oh, there you are.
Just like us! we can take them!
Five targets remaining.
Liliana forever!
3 left.
Fire!
2 left. Confirmed. All targets destroyed. Mission complete. Well, that's it. You've passed. Nothing more to say.
Rank B on that one, because I took a bit more damage than I probably should have, because I went up and I showed you the assault cells, but whatever, let's keep going. Our last mission for this chapter is to defeat the spirit of Motherwill. This is a fun one.
I'll tell you about your mission. The client is Omer Science Technology. The target is BFF Corporation's main arms fort, Spirit of Motherwill. The enemy AF is armed with large-bore, long-range ordnance. It's an oversized, out-of-date machine, but the long-range punch it can deliver still makes it a serious threat. To counter this, the client has proposed you use a Vanguard Overboost unit to approach your target. Its tremendous speed should allow you to close on the target's perimeter without getting hit. Once you've closed in, target the gun batteries. Destroying those guns should also cause damage to the machine's interior. It's pretty poorly designed, but that kind of sloppy work is expected of them. That's the briefing. This is a very important mission for Omer Science Technology. We hope you come through for us.
So this is a very iconic mission. It's the one that was featured on the box art, and it's the one that was featured in the intro video at the very, very beginning of the game. It's probably, I would say, if you've never done it before, it's probably the 3rd hardest mission in the game, and they put it at the end of Chapter 1. That's From Software for you. All right, let's take on Spirit of Motherwill.
Commence mission. Destroy the BFF arms fort, Spirit of Motherwill. First, the VOB will let you quickly close in on the target. This is real high-speed combat. You'll need 100% focus. Those cannons will rip you to shreds. Focus on evading their fire.
I'm assuming you saw that missile swarm come at me right now. Look at the arms. So the arms have the missile launchers, these little triangular things. And you see how many missiles it fires at you at once.
Good. You're in. Remember the briefing. Take out those cannons. If our intel is right, that should take it out in one fell swoop.
These 2 giant gun batteries up at the top are the gun batteries that they're talking about. Also, I like how they explain typical game mechanics as basically just sloppy engineering on BFF's part. Like, destroy the weapons and the whole thing goes down. It's bad engineering, it's bad design, but that's expected of them.
Fire at Block 5!
You're making good progress. In any case, the mission is not being done.
Missiles are really bad at for harassing you. So I'm trying to take them out before I do this gun battery here. The pink dots on the radar are missiles, by the way. Look at how many there are on the radar at any given time. There's just tons. It's kind of nuts, and part of the reason I'm able to do so well is because I'm using that profile, which allows me infinite energy, allows me infinite flying.
Fire at Block 8! Block 4 is on fire now! The main shaft is taking damage, we can't control it!
It looks like it's working. This is your chance. Take it down.
Yes, the infinite flying allows me to be able to avoid the missiles much better than if I couldn't just fly around. Basically, this thing is a giant, weaponized, walking aircraft carrier.
Main shaft is overheating, temperatures are out of control! It's no good, it won't hold!
So I've taken out both of the gun batteries and most of the missile launchers. Just need to take out the remaining missile launchers, and then we win. The secondary, like the undermounted cannons, don't really matter as much. Where are those missiles coming from? Need to find the remaining missile launcher. There it is.
Prepare for ground evacuation! All hands! Abandon vessel! Get out! Motherwill's breaking apart!
Confirmed. Motherwill has fallen. Mission complete. Now you can really call yourself an elite mercenary.
And I get an S on that one. That mission, the first time you play it, if you've never beaten it before, is so hard because, first of all, you don't have as cool equipment as I do. You're using kind of much more basic weaponry. Your ability to evade isn't as good. Things like that. And up until this point, you've never seen just that sheer amount of a relentless onslaught of firepower. It's overwhelming the first time you do it. Also, you don't really know what you're doing.
The League has focused on maintaining complete and utter control. They agreed this goal could never be entrusted to any single person, who, if eliminated, could jeopardize their reign. So in the aftermath of the Lynx War, the League manufactured enormous battle stations called arms forts. Manned by a crew of thousands of expendable soldiers, this was military might the League could control and therefore trust. Arms forts have become the perfect solution to the League's needs, and their firepower far and away surpasses the average Next. Dream and hope as they might, the Next pilots know that those who dare take on giants rarely live to tell the tale.
So the new Lynx took down Motherwill?
Affirmative, Rhodey. There's no doubt about it. Collard twice confirmed the report.
So I guess this one is a real Lynx after all.
I hope so. What about the ones who attacked Arteria? They managed to launch a surprise attack on a Cradle facility in broad daylight with complete impunity. Their leaders must be punished severely.
Indeed. If you cannot follow the rules, then you cannot be allowed to play the game. It's the same whether you are Reinhardt or the ghost of Ray Leonard himself.
So that little cutscene where you hear the Collard Lynx talking to each other, you only get that if you've beaten the game before. So that's partly why I'm playing it through this way with my advanced mech and everything like that, is so that you get those scenes. So I'm going to call an end to the episode there. You know the drill. Click over there and join me next time where we will continue down the Collard path. See you then.